And speaking of home, I am an immigrant from Africa. Has anybody ever heard of Zimbabwe? Yeah? Okay, so I was born in Zimbabwe, and I actually looked up the distance before coming here from Zimbabwe to McPherson. Can anybody guess how many thousands of miles away it is? 35,000? 24? One more. 6? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of big numbers. And the distance from McPherson to Zimbabwe, it's exactly 9,000 miles away. And so you might be wondering, why the heck are you telling me this, Linda? How many of you have ever seen The Lion King? Let me see it. Oh, everybody has seen The Lion King? So this is so perfect. Do you remember how Mufasa was having a heart-to-heart moment with Simba? And he was like, Simba, look at the stars. Y'all remember that? So that's exactly the experience that I had with my dad. It happened on a perfect Zimbabwean evening. My dad woke me up in the middle of the night, mind you. I was 6 years old, I was half asleep and drowsy, but he carried me on his shoulders and he walked me to the front gate. I remember my surroundings being still. It felt like my dad and I were the only two people alive. He then pointed to the twinkling sky and an airplane flew by. And I know that's not the sound an airplane makes, but just bear with me. And he then said in his African accent, my daughter, one day you will be able to fly on an airplane and experience the world in incredible ways. And as a little kid, I never fully comprehended that evening. But deep down, I knew that it was a once-in-a-lifetime memory to remember. And for some reason, even though the airplane seemed so small, so far away, so unattainable, I just knew that, if I just internalize this, I don't know why my dad is saying this, but if I just believe him, I will make sense of it someday. And about 3 years later, at the age of 9, I finally came to America. I flew on a plane for the first time, and as exciting as it was, to this day, it is still challenging. It's such a challenging journey, and it has really tested me. Really, really tested me, guys. And I don't know how many of you in this room are immigrants, but being an immigrant, being an outsider, being in an unfamiliar environment, thinking differently from everybody, dreaming differently from everybody, it's tough. It was tough, and it's still tough and rough, but I do my best. I take it step by step, and sometimes even hour by hour. And at the time, I didn't benefit from the same access of certain networks or career paths as my peers. And I knew that my lack of knowledge would limit my future opportunities. But luckily, like every single one of you here, I joined JAG. And even though I was a student who had no confidence, I don't even know how I'm up here speaking to you all, through JAG, I gained my confidence. This program finally made me feel like I was part of something way bigger than myself. I could try new things and fall, and JAG would pick me right back up. Ultimately, JAG made me to think bigger, to dream bigger in terms of who I wanted to be and the impact that I can have on this world. I know a lot of you have challenges today. Well, actually, we all do. We all have our own things that we're going through. But I am here today to speak to those of you who have a dream, but feel that there is no one out there to support you. To those of you who think that you don't have the right resources. To those of you who have had somebody like your specialist believe in you, even though you didn't even believe in yourself. To those of you who felt that you don't have anything to contribute to this world. To those who think you don't have what it takes to chase your dreams and become the person that you want to be. I'm here to surprise you. You can. You have what it takes to make all your dreams come true. And a huge part of helping me to realize that I have what it takes to be successful was my JAG specialist. I would not be here without him. So Mr. Leek, if you're in the room, can you raise your hand? Oh, there he is over there. Actually, would all of our specialists please stand up for one moment, please? Now, I'd like for you to remain standing just for a moment, specialists. Our specialists are so special. Without them guiding, teaching, and helping us to see opportunities and go for them, we would not be who we are or where we are today. Actually, if you are part of the JAG team in any way, and if you have dedicated your life to ensure that every JAG student is prepared for future success, please stand. So that everybody except for the students remain seated. Everybody standing, I want us to share something with the JAG students. So just repeat after me. JAG students, we see you. We hear you. What you say matters. What you do matters. Who you are, your dreams, and your goals matter. Thank you for participating with me in that. You can take this And now, JAG students, don't let me think that I let you off the hook. I want all of you to stand up now. JAG students, I want you to repeat after me. And when you say these words, when these words are coming out of your mouth, I want you to dedicate this to your little self. Think of the 5-year-old, 6-year-old self. Think of your current age, but then think of that 30-year-old person that you want to be. When you say these words, this is the message for them. I am dedicated to following my dreams. I am dedicated to working hard. I am grateful for people in this room who support me. I will continue to take small steps that create my path to success. Y'all, that was amazing. Give yourselves a raise. Okay, so how many of you remember the story of how my dad had a bigger dream than I could even think at that time? Do y'all remember that story of the Lion King and the Mufasa in Simba moments. Okay, so my dad at that time had a bigger dream of me being successful and flying on a plane to see the world. But I want you to know something, and listen to me carefully when I say this. This program, JAG, has that same vision for you. JAG wants you to take advantage of all the great opportunities to succeed in school, personal life, and your career. And I know each and every one of us in this room wants to be successful in our own way. So if you are hungry for success and you want to see who you can become, dive in and get involved any chance that you get. Ask questions and interact with your peers. And especially at these conferences, talk to everybody. This is your family. This is your JAG-K family. Seek guidance from your specialists and take full advantage of everything that this program can provide. If you do so, you'll truly become the best version of yourself. A long time ago, I believe I was a junior or a senior in my JAG class. We had a JAG a JAG speaker come to the classroom. And he said, life is choice-driven and not chance-driven. And it took me a while to really get what that meant. Life is choice-driven, not chance-driven. So every single one of you in this room has something in common. You have worked hard on your competitions. And this did not happen by mistake. It did not happen by chance, but by hard work, effort, and taking the small steps, one step at a time. And today, you get to see the outcome of your hard work. So, whatever dream that you have of being the first person to graduate in your family, becoming a nurse, having your own business, becoming a leader, becoming a chef, an artist, a salesperson, and much, much more. If you take that first step towards that today, after being consistent, diligent, exhausted, you will look up one day and be in awe of the big journey, the great life that you have created by simply taking the first step and then following that with small actions. So here I am today. I challenge you to hit up some of your friends in your schools. Tell them about the JAG program. They need to be part of this JAG advantage that each of you get to experience today. And I finally challenge you to take the first step in your competitions. But most importantly, I want you to take the first small step in the journey of creating the life and the person that you truly want to be. Thank you.